Oh no!
Wow!
No!
Wow!
Games were announced
Oh wow!
at Comic-Con.
Look at these Alex.
A new 2D platformer with the core classic Sonic gameplay. PS4,
IG fuckwits.
Sonic Mania is going to be my death. It looks so amazing. Oh my god.
Let's see some Sonic fans rage like hell.
Green Hill Zone from Sonic 2, and you're like, this is familiar, and then all of a sudden...
Green Hill Zone from Sonic 2. Good work.
Green Hill Zone from Sonic 2. These guys, they know their shit, man.
I mean, Emerald
they
Hill
know.
was like the very first stage.
They were there, yeah.
Broody, grimdark, save the world. Other one, like it reeks of werehog, and I'm not.
I mean, the trailer. And the graphics are great. Just the mix of old.
I love the werehog. Sorry.
When I saw Sonic Mania, I thought to myself, we might finally have a second good Sonic game.
Second? What, second?
Yeah, was there first? So people...
What are you saying?
I feel like there's a big revisionist history that makes it so that people think really like all the old games were bad because the new ones were. It's like I don't agree with that.
Piece of paper at someone, get a job, and then go online and fucking slander a franchise that they clearly know absolutely
They don't know
fuck all
anything
about.
about.
This guy looks like a testicle.
We need to admit that this was never really a great franchise. And then
I don't know about that, man.
Sonic now, let's say. Oh,
That's
Sonic
the fun
sucks.
thing. If you say Sonic sucks,
You're
that
cool.
means you're cool.
If you
It's
like
whoa,
Sonic, you're
Mario's perfect.
Yeah.
Mario doesn't have any bad or subpar games. Completely inaccurate statement.
It's just physically painful. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to them.
I don't fucking like these guys.
The big corporation doesn't want to give us any money. Your franchise is bad. Call of Duty.
It's true. No, that is true. That is true. I would. No, for sure.
I think when you're a kid,
Oh, you can
Sonic is
awesome,
piss
off.
right? Because especially back then, he's fast. The characters are cool. The level designs are really cool. It's a lot greater.
My phone is in the other room. I will not call the cops. I will call the fucking army on you.
And you realize
There we go.
cumbersome and tedious, and it's not very well laid.
Here we go.
And then you just kind of like you put up with it when you're a child because you don't think
You guys are lucky there is a big ocean separating America and England right now because I will come and whip all your asses. Seriously.
And I have words for them. Very much words.
And the terrible boss fights and the
Terrible boss fights in Sonic 3, everyone. All the bosses in Sonic 3 were so bad.
Which is like a cool idea for a level is mostly just like terrible pinball
Well,
tedium.
that's what Casino Zone is like.
Casino Zone is...
In theory for a place, and then you
Why are you just saying the things I love?
This hurts my soul to watch. Why are you doing this to me?
Sonic is their biggest franchise ever.
Oh, do it! Keep going! Keep going! Come on! Show me what else you got!
It's 2016! Look! It's a long-running franchise, and it's a winning franchise. I'm sorry, bitch, but you can shut up.
Non-issue. It's
There's no bumpers or anything.
Yeah. Super Mario has just aged better. Like it just always has.
Oh, we got.
Many retro
See, this is the
games
thing. They're saying Mario's better.
Instantly.
Mario's
Here's
better.
how we back up our statement.
Because okay, it's ended. Thank Christ.
I fucking No, I don't despise IGN as a company. I just despise those people. Because they've never really liked Sonic games in the first place. They've never liked them in general. I've been around on YouTube for a long time. I haven't actually, I weren't uploading when I first came here. But, I was around back just after I finished school, which was 2008. So, I just don't like. I'm sorry for saying that word, but
Bunch of fucking whatever. I don't even care. I'm past the point of caring. I had my massive explosion before. I don't think we need to address this. Like, I know no one's talking about it now, but we don't need to address it. All we're doing is bringing attention to it, and it makes us look like idiots. A little bit.
I'm angry. If you couldn't tell, I'm perturbed at what they just said, because like flat out disagree with him. Sonic's hasn't had the best run in recent history. I think all of us can agree on that. Like, he hasn't had the best run, but the reason why he sold Genesises, the reason why he was winning the console war was because he was good. It wasn't this fabrication that we wanted some gritty new age superhero and it was just the right time, right place, which helped. But he was actually good. The mechanism of the games was good. It was solid.
Well, the Sonic show. Well, what I just saw was, oh my god. Okay, let's just get one thing clear here. One-sided opinions mean a lot, and that was definitely a one-sided opinion. These guys, I'm sorry. Did you? What? How could you? How could you diss my little boy so much? What? Why? Why would you? I think they're all talking complete bollocks. That's what I think.
I do feel like it's four guys in a room who I would call like the modern gamers. And of course, when you're on some sort of podcast thing, you do exaggerate your opinions for comedy. And I feel like this is harmless in the way that they're voicing their opinions. There are some factually wrong things in there, but they're just voicing their opinions. I remember when this did release and people did get mad about it, my thoughts were like, well, those guys are kind of jerks, but I wouldn't crusade against them like how some people did.
I just think it's very silly. It's just a bunch of people who don't know shit about Sonic who think, oh, we want to be cool, so let's say Sonic sucks.
Yeah.
Everyone's entitled to their opinion, of course, but you gotta be able to kind of back it up without just saying, oh, just Mario's better. It's like, okay, but...
Yeah, I don't like the like, I know in the gaming media, Sonic is considered a bit of a joke anyway, but I just don't like this, like, what is it? Which is what we're going on to now, which is kind of like...
The second question.
It's more of a sense of, I don't like the way they go on to this kind of attitude of, like, other gaming media is like take Mario's supremacy, you know what I mean? If Mario has supremacy over Sonic, or this has supremacy over Sonic, by default, because Sonic's become such a joke now in gaming. But
the thing that...
It's not that it's bad, it's just that there are games that are, you know, subpar. They're not that great, but they're not terrible.
Exactly.
They didn't go down terribly. There were a few, there were a lot. But there weren't, like when you go back to SA2, you know, 1 Heroes, fine. They were fine.
Yeah, I think the thing that bugs me more about stuff like this is when they kind of attack the fan base itself and attack the people kind of like us who like Sonic.
If
that's what bugs me
the
more.
thing that bothers me is that some of them went away from this probably and said, why are people triggered? Why are they attacking us?
Yeah.
It's like, do you not realize that you single-handedly just shit all over a fan base?
Yeah.
You just, I'm saying, I completely support people, like, expressing their views online.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine, but you gotta be careful.
There is a level of tact to be had with this, to be handled. That was not it. That was just slamming people across a screen.
And I think...
saying, you are wrong, and I am right. Fuck you, Sonic is bad. You know what I mean?
And it's just like, if you're gonna critique a series, you should probably know a bit more about it
The series in question,
just like 1 or 2 games, and then... Because I think the thing is when reviewers kind of look at Sonic, they think, oh, Sonic 06, Sonic...
Everyone there.
Shadow the Hedgehog, stuff like that.
4 middle-aged men sitting in a room that probably have only played Sonic 1 through 3 and maybe not even touched CD and any other Sonic game for that matter that ever came out.
I just heard about 06.
All they've done is heard a bunch of things and seen a bunch of clips. Like, does not give them first-hand experience.
Exactly.
They know nothing, basically.
It's like, whatever. I just don't care. If I'm a Sonic fan, let me be a Sonic fan. If you're a Mario fan, I'll let you be a Mario fan. I'm not gonna hate on you because you're a Mario fan. I'm just gonna do my thing and you do yours. So, live and let live.
Yeah, I get people don't like Sonic. I get people got bored of it. That's cool, but there's still a hefty amount of people out there that still love this franchise and have loved it since it came out. I mean, I've loved it since... I mean, I was born in 1987. Sonic 1 was the first game I played when it came out in 1991. You know, and I still remember playing it for the first time, and I've loved it ever since. I mean, yeah, I will happily hold my hands up and say there are some gays. Oh, well, okay, that came out very wrong.
When a franchise gets to a point where they're a lot larger, you know, in terms of its community, I don't think saying, you know, all Sonic fans want to have sex with Big the Cat is a very nice way to address a fan base. You know, and going on saying that, you know, Sonic games have never been good when A, you don't have a good reputation to begin with, B, you've given good scores, and I know that reviewers are done by individual people. I don't know, and Sonic Mania was just released. Like, it was just announced. There's no details in anything. Like, we all have first impressions or whatever. That's not even them addressing Sonic. They didn't talk about Sonic Mania. They didn't touch it. They talked about how bad Sonic was. That was just 5 minutes of pure character bashing. And then went onto the fan base. Because you know why? Because they just don't know what to talk about.
I'm sorry. No, I don't agree with that. And Mario does the same thing over and over and over again. Goes down tubes and jumps and hops and shit, and maybe grows like a dick sometimes. But you know, Sonic can turn into Super Sonic, and you know, I think you got a lot more going with the Sonic franchise. Yeah, Mario's had a bit more luck. I'll say that, but I'm not a big Mario fan, so I can't. Unless I research it, I can't put my opinion in it. Learn from your mistakes.
A good Sonic fan is able to laugh at themselves, you know, to say, you know, like, yeah, I want to have sex with Big Cat. I feel like you have to be able to laugh at yourself to be a fan properly. Now, mind you, did they go about it correctly? Absolutely not. I feel like they were a little too vindictive and didn't really show that, you know, there are reasons why people like it. Because it has a fan base for a reason. It has fans because of some of the stuff you say is tedious. For instance, I think a lot of MOBA games are tedious and boring, but I can see why people like them.
Because it shows how much they've got it in their head that no matter what, Sonic is going to be bad. You know? It's the same thing of like how people who don't play Pokemon anymore are like, well, all the Pokemon are weird. You know? But then you look at them and you go, mate, you only played Generation 1. There was a fucking floating magnet and a pile of fucking mud that was alive. You gotta remember that. Oh yeah, but this one's an ice cream cone. Yeah, this one's just a fucking Pokeball with eyes. Do you see my point? It's one of those situations where that's basically happened with Sonic at this point and the fan base. And I do hate it. I hate that there's a stigma with it, but then again, there's a stigma with it for sometimes a good reason, and that is, you know, some of the games were rushed to completion, and that is, or the team was split up. We can name 2 games which that happened to, you know what I mean, and then it never ends well. Understandable, but bashing the entire fan base for liking something, that's like somebody permanently throwing away your Coca-Cola because they don't like Coca-Cola, even though that they weren't going to drink it in the first place. You know?
And I think the fan base has every right to stand up and defend the concept. And if nothing else, if the games are really that bad, at this point, a fan base is more than just a game. It's a community. It brings us together under one ideal or one concept, and we're all Sonic fans. So it doesn't matter what the games are like at this point. We're a fan base, and we love each other, we support each other. And for me, no amount of commentary from these guys is going to take that away. So, I really don't care what they have to say.